Hello, System Masters and Mr. System Marceau here. And today I would like to talk to you about the new Batman movie called The Batman. And yeah, I've seen it. I've got a controversial opinion on it. And before you jump to any conclusions, I would like to explain you where I come from and give you a little bit of Batman history. So, fasten your seatbelts and let's go. So, you might not know this, but Batman started in 1943 with Lewis Wilson as Batman. So he's the original movie Batman, if you will. They were secret government agents following the Japanese attacks on Pearl Harbor. Become aware of a Japanese sabotage ring operating in Gotham City. That's what they were doing in the 1943 serial Batman. So yeah, it makes sense for the time. It's if you can find it online, it's not easy to find. Yeah, I suggest you watch it. It's very old. It's not so good, but I mean so classic, and it's got some charm. So yeah, that's how it all started, guys, in 1943 with secret agents investigating the Japanese ring. And then in 1966, we've got arguably one of the best shows ever made, the Batman TV show from 1966, where Adam West was Batman. And I know a lot of people make fun of it these days, but you gotta watch it, guys. It's kitsch. It's like very Austin Powers, you know. Like if you watch Austin Powers, he's copying Batman from 1966, the style and everything. It's really kitsch 60s series you'll ever find. It's awesome. You really have to watch that if you've never seen it. It's on pretty much everything, Google Play and all that. You can buy the DVDs too for nothing. So yeah, it had Adam West as Batman, Bird Ward as Robin, Evan Craig as Batgirl. There she is. She did great in there as well. It was amazing. Yeah, there she is again with Robin. Great, and look at the Robin uniform there. Perfect Robin uniform. If you go to a costume party, wear that one. And then we had also Cesar Romero as a Joker, Burgess Meredith as a Penguin, and he did an excellent job as a Penguin. Really, arguably maybe the best Penguin. Then we had the Riddler, played by Frank Gorshin in seasons 1, 3, and the movie. And Catwoman was played by Julie Newmar. She also did a great job in there. There they are again. I'm gonna make myself a little smaller here. Yeah. That was an amazing show, guys. If you have never seen it, I'm rambling, but if you've never seen it, watch it. It's really awesome. And this is the Batmobile. Maybe it's one of the best Batmobiles for sure. For me, it's my second favorite. You'd like that as a toy as a kid, and you can still buy it today, by the way. Great Batmobile. We love gadgets and everything. Awesome Batmobile. And then here we jump to 1989 for the Tim Burton era. So directed by Tim Burton and Michael Keaton. Batman. He's for me the Batman, and he's still alive, so we should use him more. More on that later in this video. And Michelle Pfeiffer was Kim Basinger. Sorry, Kim Basinger was Vicky Vale. Amazing. She was Batman's love interest in that movie. And Jack Nicholson was the Joker. So yeah, Kim Basinger and Jack Nicholson. And the movie was absolutely awesome. You learn about Batman's history with his parents and everything. So the music, the soundtrack is yeah, the best Batman movie in my opinion from 1989, Tim Burton. So there you go. The Batmobile is also to be noted. The design of the Batmobile, I know maybe a lot of people don't care about that, but I care deeply about that because this Batmobile was absolutely awesome. It looks like a freaking fighter jet, guys. Look at that. You'd want to drive that. It's almost like a Dodge Viper, but even more aggressive and with a jet engine in the middle. and gadgets. Look at the fins behind. Uh, the best Batmobile. I had it as a model, as die-cast model as a kid. I used to play with it all the time. I don't know if I still have it, but I should definitely put that somewhere if I have it. Display it, you know. The best Batmobile. For me, this is the Batmobile, and I wish they would bring this out again. Yeah, awesome design. And then we jump to 1992, still Tim Burton as the director. Michael Keaton still there to play Batman, the best Batman. We have Michelle Pfeiffer this time as Catwoman. Danny DeVito as the Penguin. He did an excellent job. Christopher Walken as Max Shrek as well. And this is Catwoman here. Michelle Pfeiffer, I mean, come on. She does an amazing job on there. The best Catwoman in my opinion. Yeah, by far. So, yeah. Then we jump to 1995, 3 years later. This time the director is Joel Schumacher. And Val Kilmer is Batman. Still a great movie in my opinion. I know a lot of people didn't like it so much, but for me it's still a great movie. We have Nicole Kidman as Dr. Chase Meridian. She's a psychologist and the love interest of Batman. We have Chris O'Donnell as Robin. And I know a lot of people find him overrated. He certainly is overrated. I still would have chosen him though. I still thought he was like the average guy, you know, and like he just wants to be Batman, but he isn't. And I kind of liked him. And we have Jim Carrey as the Riddler. I mean, what a cast. Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. And even Drew Barrymore is in this as Two-Face blonde assistant. So she's called Sugar in the movie. Yeah, Drew Barrymore. Not a lot of people remember, but yeah, she's in this too. So a great cast, you know. Great cast. And here, yeah, you can see Nicole Kidman and Batman. There they are. I mean, look at this. They look awesome. Here's our Robin, Chris O'Donnell.
To the Batmobile. Let's
and
go.
Great cast. Look at these two here, and we can change the music for our Burton era, even though this is not Burton, but yeah, they look awesome. Then we have the fourth movie from this era, which is Batman and Robin, and this is directed once again by Joel Schumacher. We have this time George Clooney as Batman, Elle Macpherson as Judy Madison. She's Bruce Wayne's girlfriend. Chris O'Donnell is still there, and we have Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl, and she did a great job. I mean, Alicia Silverstone at the time was like one of the best actresses. I mean, me from what I remember, she was everywhere, so everybody loved her at the time. So yeah, I think she's changed a lot recently, and we don't see her in a lot of things, but yeah, at the time she was awesome. And we had Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. He did an average job, let's be honest, but it was still fine. And Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy. I mean, great actors. I mean, come on, guys, just for that, you know. great era, and it's still, you know, Batman was super technological Batcave and all of his gadgets and everything. So it's still dark, but also techy at the same time. So, which is how he should be in my opinion. So, and here I put this logo on there, but this was what he had on his chest up there. I don't know which one you like better. Let's keep this one. So yeah, Batman and Robin. Here's another picture with the cast. So we had 3 heroes this time. I love that. I love the fact that he's like teaching those two guys, those two other, you know, not assistants, but yeah, another picture here. He looked great. George Clooney did a great job. Another picture here. Look at that. They look awesome. The costumes are absolutely amazing. I wish they could still do costumes like these, but look at that. They're fighting Poison Ivy. it's awesome. I just like this interaction there. You know, I liked it. I just liked the internal, you know, internal beef that they had. I just loved it. And Uma Thurman here, Poison Ivy, great job. Great job. Yeah, he was meh, but he was fine. He was fine. Yeah. And then we jumped to another era, the Christopher Nolan trilogy. So this starts with Batman Begins, and here you see a few of the cast from the trilogy. So it started, yeah, Batman Begins in 2005 with Christian Bale this time as Batman, Michael Caine as Alfred, great job as well, and we had Morgan Freeman as Lucius Fox, Gary Oldman as James Gordon, and this is the Batmobile here, by the way. So I'm starting to like it a little less. See, this Batmobile is still cool, but I'm still liking that a little less. It was fine, nothing special. I wouldn't buy that as a toy and put it on a shelf. You know what I mean? So yeah. So, I'm starting to, you know, slowly but surely have a problem here. So we had also Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul. We had Cillian Murphy as Scarecrow and Tom Wilkinson as Carmine Falcone. There he is. Great job, great Carmine. Yeah, absolutely. I would say fitting with the comic books and all that. And then after that, that's the problem. We had him as Carmine and the Batman from this year. We had that guy, the guy from Transformers, that makes jokes all the time. And every time you look at him, you don't. And look, there's a guy from the comic book on the right, and does he look more like this, or like this guy? Like this guy, or like this guy, right? I mean. So yeah, starting to have a problem here. Here is another look with the comic book and the actor from 2022. See what I'm saying? The cast is already meh. And you look at his face. I mean, he's a nice person, but you want to laugh when you look at him. You're like, what kind of joke are you saying? You're not gonna kill anybody. How could you kill anybody? You're not a mobster. He doesn't look like one to me. Oh yeah. And then, so in 2008 we have The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight with, of course, Heath Ledger as the Joker, Heath Ledger, and Aaron Eckhart as Two-Face. So he's arguably the best Joker we've had, although we'll talk about that a little bit later on this video. But arguably the best Joker, arguably. Yeah. There's a few good Jokers, so. But I mean, and you know all this story, what happened. But he did a great job. Yeah, I really like that. So he was fine. Then we finished with The Dark Knight Rises, and also we can also point out that the uniform, his bat suit is starting to look a little more like standard, like a little more like less gadget, less like Inspector Gadget. You know, like it's just. More bland is the word that we're looking for. More bland. Would you know? You take less risks in there. So, and it's a bit like the logos they do these days. They try to make it very very standard, but not too fancy, you know. And yeah, we had also Anne Hathaway as Catwoman, and she did a great job. She did a good job. As good as the Tim Burton era, though? No, she was not as good as Michelle Pfeiffer. Let's be honest. But she was not too bad. Here she is on her bike, so it was respectable. But it's starting. For me, it's starting to be something else. And this whole trilogy is very long. It's a little bit like. The Lord of the Rings, you know, very very long movies. Not a lot of things happen in the trilogy. It's very slow and long, and it's just starting just to, with the soundtrack, the score, to try to to dig for your feelings in there and to make you think, but it's not just in your face thing. It's more subtle, but it's too subtle. Not a lot of things happen, and on top of that, it was just 3 movies. If they had gone for like 6 movies or something and they developed it real deep, okay, maybe they would have been going to or something like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They're going to something, they build the whole universe. But here, they try to get you so attached, and it's just those 3 movies and then it's rebooted again. Whereas like the Lord of the Rings, they made prequels, they make sequels for the trilogy, so you get invested in there. Here, on the other hand, it's just those 3 movies and that's that, so it never builds towards what you want it to build. The trilogy is fine in its own. Watch it once, I watched it once, I will not watch it a second time. It's my opinion. It's good, but I will not watch it a second time. So, yeah, and love, you might disagree. This, though, is my exception to the modern times. The Joker is fantastic movie. Absolutely awesome. The Joaquin Phoenix did a great job, and it talks about mental illness, and if you've had mental illness in your family, like I have, this movie will go deep in you because it shows a problem of our society, and they could not have done this movie better. I'm gonna tell you right now, they could not have done the Joker movie better. It's just, that's a 10 out of 10, right? It's just a 10 out of 10. There's nothing wrong in this movie. Absolutely nothing wrong. I would watch this 10 times, no problem. Great movie. So yeah, that's the exception here. But then we jump onto The Batman from this year, 2022. And we have this time Matt Reeves as the director. And you're gonna tell me, what did Matt Reeves do? What did Matt Reeves do? Well, he did Cloverfield. And he did 2 Planet of the Apes. That's right. That's all he did. Cloverfield and 2 Planet of the Apes. We have Robert Pattinson from the Twilight series as Batman. Well, do I even need to express myself on Robert Pattinson? He might have been okay as Robin, to be honest with you. He might have been he might have been a perfect Robin, and it just came out in my mind just now. He might have been the perfect Robin. But as Batman, for me, it was not a good cast. He did not look strong. He looked like emo, like he had freaking things around his eyes, like he was, gothic or something, goth, which is fine. I have nothing against goth people. I love them. I have plenty of friends that are not a problem. But as Batman, oh man, it was a problem. It was really hard to watch. Here he is, and his uniform is absolutely, in my opinion, horrendous. And I think even if you like the movie, even if you love the movie, you have to give me this one thing. His uniform is absolutely ugly. It's ugly as sin. I'm so sorry. You cannot... If I would have wanted to make the worst Batman costume, I would have made this. Look at that. It's all... face, the bottom of his face is all exposed. His nose thing there looks horrible. I don't know, it looks absolutely horrible. His forehead here, I don't know, it's I mean, if you like it, more power to you, but I think it's absolutely horrible. And here we have Robin Pattinson, and I think even Ben Affleck from Justice League did a way better job. Ben Affleck wasn't bad, actually. It wasn't bad at all, but Robert Pattinson, man, I mean, come on. And I know most people gave this movie a 9 out of 10, but for me already the casting is a problem. And what is this, you're gonna ask? If you probably all saw the movie, so by now you know. But remember, this is the Batmobile. This is the freaking Batmobile, guys. This is a standard car. Bruce Wayne is supposed to be one of the richest men in the United States. And this is what he drives. Come on, guys. And also, it doesn't make sense. You have the jet engine in there, whatever it is. Like, what is this? Like, is this just simply nitro? Or... Because if it's a jet engine, it cannot be like that. It has to be covered. I mean, you can't just put that there next to your face. I don't know what that is, man. It doesn't make any sense scientifically. And it looks horrible. It looks horrible. There's not any gadget in this car, so if you want to eject or whatever, you can do that. It's just a stupid car with a more powerful engine and a jet engine next to your face, which doesn't make any sense. Horrible for me. And here we have the Riddler. It was Paul Dano who played him. And if it was like a thriller or whatever, he would have done a good job. But like his costume is very bland again, and he's not the Riddler from the comic books. It's now it's some sort of killer from Saw, which I get what they were going for, but this is not kitsch, at all. This is not fancy at all. It's just like a detective movie, and I know Batman is some sort of a detective too, but he works with the police and everything. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't fit in there for me. It didn't connect the dots. The whole movie was too much just investigation and not fighting and the way it used to be, and I don't know. It was so slow too. And so again, this guy is Carmine. I mean, look at him. He's gonna tell a joke, right? I see him, I cannot take him seriously. I can't. Look at him. He doesn't look like a killer. You're telling me this guy looks like a killer? Seriously? No. No, he couldn't hurt a fly. You see it in his eyes. Come on, guys. I mean, I not a great fit at all. And the Penguin, I don't even know what to tell you. Colin Farrell, he doesn't look like the Penguin at all, and he doesn't do anything. I don't even remember what he's doing in the movie. Like, what's his... And Carmine either, by the way. I was half falling asleep, and I don't remember what exactly is going on with them. But he's not fighting anybody. Neither of them are, as far as I can remember. He's just there. The other Penguin that you see on the left here was fighting, was tough, and was all over the place. He was a mean SOB. But this new guy, yeah, there is a car chase at some point, but like so stupid. I'm sorry, I have to say it the way it is. It is so stupid, the story in the new movie. I really couldn't stand it. But I know a lot of you like it because there's this score, this soundtrack is like tong 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 tong. So you're like, oh my god, it's building towards something. So you're really expecting something to happen, but nothing ever really happens. The city gets flooded a little bit, but like there's never like a real fight with fancy stuff happening, And here we have Catwoman, played by Zoe Kravitz, and she's a great actress. I would like to see her in more movies. However, I didn't think she was written poorly, in my opinion, because she's got some sort of love interest with Batman now, If I'm going to say a spoiler, so if you haven't seen it, like, do this for 10 seconds. But like when she kisses Batman, I'm like, what the heck is going on here? So Batman doesn't have another love interest now. It's Catwoman and her uniform. So now you can come back, guys. Spoiler gone. Her uniform. Look at this. it's not a Catwoman uniform. It's who did this, you know? Especially her toque here. How do you say that in English? Her beanie. Right? In the United States, called a beanie. It looks dumb. I'm sorry. It looks horrible. You know, and she's a great-looking woman. This is not the issue here. But her uniform, I'm not a fan. And same, I'm not a fan with Batman's uniform, right? It's nothing to do with her as an actress. She did the best job she could. You could see that. She gave her everything she had. But yeah, she truly did. This is why I'd like to see her in more movies, but in this it didn't connect anything. So yeah, my score, guys, I'm gonna tell you other scores. For the original TV show from the 60s, that's a 10 out of 10. The first movie from 1989, it's a 10 out of 10. That's a 9 out of 10. Forever, 1995, that's a 8.5 out of 10. Batman and Robin, 8.5 out of 10. The trilogy from Christopher Nolan, for me, that's a 7.5 or 7 out of 10. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be honest. That's a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna give an 8 out of 10 for the Dark Knight because of Heath Ledger, because he did a great job. I have to give it. Maybe he's a little bit overrated because he passed away, and you know. But no, he did a good job. So that's maybe an 8 there. But the whole trilogy in its own, it's a 7. I'm gonna say that's a 7, especially for the third movie, not so good. So that would be maybe a 6, and the first would be maybe another 7.5 or so. So that's a 7 overall. And for the new Batman movie, I'm sorry, guys. I am sorry. That's a 3 out of 10. That's a 3 out of 10, and I know you guys are going to be pissed. I might lose subscribers. But you gotta understand where I'm coming from. I don't like the logo. First of all, look at the logo in the down right corner here. The logo in the down left was not too good already, but this is not even the Batman logo. He doesn't look like he's rich anymore. Like it's bland, and I don't understand why they did it all this way. There's a, you know, the score is nice, but since nothing is happening really, you just left wanting more at the end of the movie. And yeah, there's a nice song when he goes home. I forgot what that song is. And then when he goes out to investigate, it's like so the music is fine, very good actually. But other than that, so there's some points for the music there, but the cast is not good. The story is not good. The Batmobile is horrible. So yeah, a 3 for the music. And it's just so sad that we don't use Michael Caine anymore, because here, as you can see now, but that's the bright side still though, is that I said Michael Caine, I meant Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton, he is coming back for Batgirl. Yes, they're reusing him with his original suit for Batgirl, and I can't wait to watch that. I don't know if it's out yet. I'm gonna have to check it out, and I can't wait to watch Batgirl with him. No, actually, I know it's not out yet, the movie. So can't wait. And also in the Flash, they bring him back. Look at that with his real logo here. Absolutely amazing that he's coming back, and that's what you should be doing instead of rebooting. I can't stand reboot, guys. I cannot stand it. And this is part of why I like the new Ghostbusters Afterlife so much. Just a quick detour there, because this is not a reboot. This is a sequel with the original cast still in there. And here it's another reboot, and I can't stand it. But thankfully, the Flash and Batgirl bring him back, and hopefully I think that would be what they would be going on if there was not this new Batman movie, because they're gonna try and put money into that. But instead, they should just do a 5th Batman movie with Michael Keaton. That would be awesome, in my opinion. And you guys might agree or disagree, but for me, Michael Keaton is still alive. He still can kick ass. Use him, you know. But hey, that's my personal preference. All right. Don't be afraid to dislike the video if you don't like it. I really don't mind. I know my opinion will not be popular. But hey, if you want to hear more of my movie review takes, you can, if you want, subscribe. And I will make some more. I plan on doing one for the Sonic movie. I haven't done that yet either. And yeah, I watched a lot of new movies. So there you go. This was my take. A 3 out of 5 for the new Batman. Yeah, big disappointment for me. But hey, The Flash and Batgirl is coming. So there you go. I hope you guys have a great night, and remember, it's Master Systems. Bye guys.